Hello, welcome to section 4 of our personal security awareness. So, previously, we spoke about a number of things, just an introduction to the kind of things we go through, the threats that we have. And I want us to place some strong emphasis and know that you are responsible and accountable for your own safety and security, because it's your life that is a threat, those ones of your loved ones, your property. So know that it is your personal responsibility to safeguard it, and you need to develop a strong sense of security awareness, right? Because of the reasons I mentioned previously, this is very important. And then you need to adjust your behavior in accordance to the environment that you get yourself into. All right, and as I talk about that, I am discussing next the most crucial thing that most of us are worried about as a nation, or in case that happens, what do you do? So I'm talking about kidnappings or abductions. All right, so this when you're talking about kidnapping, this is or abduction, right? This is an unlawful event where one is confined, all right, against their will, and it is a crime in many jurisdictions. I repeat, it is a crime in many jurisdictions. I don't know where we stand as a country. I don't want to get into that. But what exactly happens in a kidnapping situation, right? So there are three things that happen. So the first thing that happens is acquisition, right? Someone gets you from a particular place, and then secondly, they transport you to a particular place, and then they will have control over you, and at times people may get out of it alive, some not alive. And in the process of all these things, the place where you have control of is ensure that the acquisition does not take place. And at times we're in situations where we are looking at things and then you're like, no, mimi ni mwanaume siwezi scream idea. It is time you scream your lungs out if you find yourself you're in a situation where you don't feel safe. Because at acquisition you have more control of making sure that you are safe compared to when you're being transported and when you are someone is taking control of you. And what are the measures that you need to take to prevent kidnappings? So most kidnappings happen in high-risk areas. Most kidnappings in high-risk areas occur when the target is on the move, not when you are seated. Most of the time, it's not when you are seated. All right. I say most of the time, not all the times. So you find that when you have such a situation, you need to be able to take the risk assessment, identify the threat, and report them. Because when you're in a high-risk area, by the time they come and acquire you, you will be able to notice maybe some questionable characters, or are these people following me? So mostly it happens on the move. So you need to be able to make sure that you are able to be, you assess the situation, take a risk assessment, as I was mentioning before, identify the threat, and possibly report them. All right. So even if the situation, I do not want to go political, at times things that happen at times is not how normally they need to happen, but you need to be able to report to the relevant authorities, or place that information in a place where in case something happens, someone will know where you are. And then, but I've said mostly we are making sure that we are not found, we don't find ourselves in such situation. So you need to be able to plan your trips in advance. All right. At times in story ya kushtukia unaenda and later on you don't know what is happening. So you need to be able to plan in advance, and you need to be able to be aware of the surroundings that you're going to or you're driving to. Right. So an assessment, I am going here. You need to be able to have that information, all right? So that in case there is danger, you know how to escape, or the routes that you can be able to take, whether it is that you're walking or you're driving. You need to avoid distractions. So at most of the time, usually on the phone, whether you're in public means or not, or you're in a private, a vehicle such that you're driving and then you're on phone, or some of the people literally chat and text when they're on phone. So you need to be able to avoid any distractions when you're in the car. The next thing is that you need to listen to the local news, know what is happening anywhere. In case there is an increase of kidnappings, know that this is the reason why I can't be a victim of the same. So by listening and knowing what is happening, you can be able to know what is environment. You need to vet the people that you employ, including your domestic staff, the people who are Mama 4 is coming to your house at times. These are the people who share the information and then you end up being kidnapped. So you need to vet them. You need to be prepared and to stop or take evasive action in case you are in danger. All right, so anytime you need to be prepared. You need to ensure your privacy online, and I don't know if I need to do something specific to deal with this. There are people whom, if I don't want to know where they are, what they are doing, where their children go to school, their names and everything, I don't want to be personal, but at times that risks your well-being and that of your children. So that if I wanted to come and take your child, I can literally do that because I know where you are, at what time, I know the full names, I almost know the birth certificate, what you like, what you do not like, and at times some of this little one can easily be swayed. So we need to make sure that we are keeping online privacy to safeguard ourselves and our loved ones. So we need to set boundaries. The places our kids go, especially at this risky time, the place our children go, the place we go, the kind of people that you're exposed to, and we need to supervise them time and time again, even when you go to a mall and something like that. If it's a little one, I've said some of the things that happen is rape, all right? Little girls or little boys have been sodomized and stuff like that. Don't say anymore now, let them go. No, that's your baby. So if they go somewhere, if you be at a place where you can see the public washrooms, if they take a bit of time, get in and check on them. The other thing is that you need to keep your emergency contacts handy. And the reason why we need to have these emergency contacts handy is so that in case there is any risk, then you can take action.